Hi, happy Valentine's Day, everyone. Welcome in. Today we are going to be doing a pick a pile for a not so lovey-dovey love reading. Okay, I kind of suck at love readings. But I will give it to you straight. It's going to be really simple. We're going to break it down, your energy, their energy, and what you need to know about the energy between you guys. And we're going to keep it generally really simple. I've got 3 piles here. We've got 3 different stones with them as well. The first one is our rose quartz orb. And the keywords for this one is love, compassion, and emotional healing. And we're going to have this with our psychedelic jack-o'-lantern deck. The second one is our sodalite crystal ball, and with the stained glass Halloween kitty tarot. And this one's going to represent improved intuition, communication, and emotional stability. And then the last one, we actually have a black obsidian, which has been my latest kick. It's been very helpful to me. It's a kind of a rough stone to deal with though. But it represents protection, grounding, and emotional release, okay? And we are actually going to be using the mini ghost tarot for this one, okay? So it's going to be just a really simple breakdown. I just want to cleanse the room with a little bit of sound healing. So if you want to skip that part and you want to skip to your pile, you can go ahead and go to your timestamp. I will try to remember to pop them in below, but if you are sound sensitive, feel free to pause this. Let me just pause my background music here. And don't mind my actual background noise for everything. We have a very, very house full. There's a lot of chaos outside, but in here it sounds peaceful and calm. Even outside I can hear the hustle and bustle of everything out there. Perhaps that resonates with someone. Anyways, I've got the area all cleared here. I'm going to go ahead and dive into each pile and just switch over my camera views. So I will see you in your pile. Okay guys, just to recap, pile 1, rose quartz, your keywords, love, compassion, and emotional healing. Pile 2, we've got our sodalite, improved intuition, communication, and emotional stability. And pile 3, black obsidian with protection, grounding, and emotional release. I encourage you to take this moment, pause, stare at the decks that we'll be using, or the gemstone, or the keywords, and whichever one calls into you more, please go to that pile. It's okay if you have multiple ones jumping out to you. Keep in mind, this could be multiple relationships or multiple aspects of the relationship. So I please just ask that you only take what resonates and yeah, use your discernment. But let's go ahead and get into it. I'll see you in your pile. Okay, pile 1, welcome in. Welcome in. Okay, let me just grab my deck here. So if you chose pile 1, let me go ahead and introduce you to what we've got going on here. So our rose quartz, which typically I like to use rose quartz honestly for a lot of self-love work, can be very helpful to carry a piece of this because it does help you with your self-love, acceptance. But the keywords that came up was love, compassion, and emotional healing. This is a love reading. Let me see. Let me just grab a little crystal ball holder here. Plus they're rolling everywhere. This is a love reading, a not so lovey-dovey love reading. Okay. So keep that in mind. So I just want to see the energy that you're in, the energy that your person's in, and then the energy between you guys. Please only take what resonates. And yeah, I hope that this is helpful. Happy Valentine's Day. I'm also going to pull at the end for advice, but I don't want to do it until I get a layout of like what's going on. Fun fact, I actually made all of the decks that you see here, all of the tarot decks that I'm using, and this deck, this is actually my latest deck, Healing the Chakras. It's my favoriteest deck ever, especially for energy reading. I just love it so much. So it is very helpful for this. Okay. Let's see here. Just tap into the situation. Okay, what is your energy? What is your person's energy? Oh, that is way too much. Maybe your person is got a lot to say. Clear and concise. What is your person's energy? Okay. You guys are both exhibiting sacral chakra energy. Okay. Okay, and then what is your energy? Sorry about all the shuffle. I know some people don't like that, but I feel like I don't accurately, like, maybe not necessarily not accurately read, but I like to be tapped in and flowing with the information because I feel like half of it really comes from it, you know. I also tend to pick up on messages intuitively. A lot of the times I pick up on a lot of stuff that happens when I'm like pulling out the cards. So instead of taking a while to sit with the cards and digest the message, I usually know what's up. Okay, what is your energy? Oh, okay, you're coming out strong with the victory card. What's your person's energy? Oh, they're kind of, okay. What's the energy between you guys? Okay. I forgot to actually get one of these. What's the energy between you guys? Okay, so let's go ahead and get into it. So both of you guys, both you and your person of whom is on your mind or whatever, you guys are both exhibiting energy in the sacral chakra, which is, of course, your creation center, but it's also very, how do I say this on a YouTube appropriate way? You know, it's like, it's your sexual energy center too, right? Anyways, like your womb. So your affirmation: I feel loved and I can connect in my relationships in a healthy, equally reciprocated way that feels good to me. And you are coming in here with the Six of Wands, which is a card of victory. So you seem to be very, very on top of stuff. Love, compassion, and emotional healing. Perhaps you have already done a lot of emotional healing, and now you are able to show up in a way that is equally yoked. And I get that with you guys both being in the same energy. It's very like equally reciprocated. What you put out, you expect to get back, and you are victorious and such. Okay, let's check into your person. Again, sacral chakra energy. Their affirmation: I create a harmonious and fertile environment for my seeds of creation to be planted and fruitfully grow in. I love that. Okay, and their energy here is the Hierophant and the Knight of Swords. Now, the Knight of Swords is like one of the fastest cards in the deck. They could be coming in hot with communication, but it could also be, I mean, not to get very obvious here, but the Hierophant is a card of marriage. He is a card of institution. So somebody could be coming in hot with a proposal. That is definitely an option. So with your person's affirmation, I create a harmonious and fertile environment for my seeds of creation to be planted and fruitfully grow in. So it seems like, again, somebody who has done a lot of the emotional work, to where now you are able to have a harmonious environment, perhaps between the two of you. So I find it interesting that you guys are both in sacral chakra energy, but the energy between you is actually solar plexus, which is one up. So that could definitely show an era of progress in the relationship for it becoming more physical and coming into a more confident versions with yourselves, working your way up to the heart chakra, which is where you really get deep with people, you know? Okay, so the energy between you guys is the solar plexus chakra, which is all about confidence, willpower, action. And the affirmation: I determine the direction of my own life by the actions I choose to commit to on a daily basis. I spend my time and energy on the things that matter most to me. So, the energy between you guys is the World in the reverse position and the Nine of Wands. So perhaps you guys have actually been through a lot together, or you guys have both had long journeys, because this is our wounded warrior card. But what this tells me is that the cycle is not over yet. Now, the 10, it's not the 10 of Wands, it is the 9 of Wands, where he is almost there. He has almost collected all 10 of his wands. And while that card, a lot of people see it as a burden, I actually do see it as a harvest card, in which a cycle would then be closed out. But right now, you guys still might kind of be in the thick of it. I determine the direction of my own life by the actions I commit to on a daily basis. I spend my time and energy on the things that matter most to me. Maybe you guys are going through a bit of a tough cycle right now because you are trying to balance out what you're committing to on a daily basis. This stone, while it is about love, compassion, it can be great for relationships and healing. I really see a lot of it as self-love. So perhaps both of you guys have been on your own self-love journeys, and you guys are now trying to figure out coming into harmony. I don't know, I'm just picking up on that. Whoops. Okay, we're at the Jack of Lantern Tarot. Can I get some clarification? Yeah, balancing it out. Look. Okay, you can't make it up. You can't make it up. I think this camera's sideways. Have you guys not been able to see me the whole time over here? I'm so sorry. I suck at this thing sometimes. How's that? So much better? So much better. Okay. Sorry, pile one. We gotta balance it out. It was off balance, okay? Perhaps that is very relevant with what we're dealing with here. Let's see if I knock it. Yeah, okay. I've noticed that was really interesting in all of the sticky notes that I pulled out is at the end one for each one was emotional something. Pile 2 is emotional stability. Pile 3 is emotional release. But pile 1 here is emotional healing. So you guys have, and this is the wounded healer card. So perhaps you guys have balanced it out, maybe done a lot of self-healing. I feel like there's so much more to say here, and I'm not sure what it is I want to say. But I feel like there's some sort of daily action that you should be taking. There's an emphasis on the energy between you guys, I think really depends on what you're showing up, what you are committed to. Are you committed to your own self-love journey, or are you committed to union? Both. You can be committed to both. Okay. How do we balance out the two? Okay, you get out of your head about it for one. And you show I love. I don't think we're allowed to show this on YouTube. It doesn't matter anyways. I don't really have any, I'm not monetized or anything. Yeah, okay, and then at the bottom of the deck, we've got the Ten of Pentacles, the Queen of Cups, and the Queen of Swords. So let me break this down for you guys here as some advice. So in order to balance out the self-love journey with your union journey, for one, you have to get out of your head about it and think about joining, and this might actually be possible. This could be you and your higher self. Okay, if you're not with anyone, this is very well it. You're coming into union with your higher self. That's actually personally how I read the Lover's card. However, this would denote to the higher self, and that communication could be coming in that you are very well balanced with it, and you're bringing it into balance. But please take it as it resonates. Whatever it is, you need to get out of your head about overthinking it. You're self-imposing your stuff because you won't show love, or you're finding it hard to balance between your boundaries and how much love to give. And I think a lot of it is probably because you've given so much in the past and you've just, run it empty. So you've learned to put up boundaries, but you have to have a balance between the two. You can't let love in and give everything that you have to everybody else. You have to have these boundaries in place, right? So that way you can pour in where it is that needs to be poured in. But there is a lot of potential with this connection. This is a very harmonious connection. It's coming very well into balance. And I think whether it's you or your higher self, or maybe a self-love journey that you've been on, you're coming into a time of material fruition where it is going to be a level up in the material world. Your pentacles are all about the material world, but this card is actually about legacy, family legacy, right? As far as they actually have generational wealth. Like this is the castle and the garden, and you've got the dogs and the small children, and perhaps not on, oh yeah, right here, he's hanging out there, but you've got the elders, right? So you've got your older generation, you've got your younger generation that's out there, bootstrapping it, and you've got the younger generation that is going to inherit all of this. Let me just pull for advice. I just want to pull one single thing for advice. Let's see here. Faithful Hearts, Couples Conversation deck. These are kind of like heavily Christian. So if that's not your thing, please try to see past that. They are fabulous for divination. And of course, we're going to use them on love readings, right? Okay. And this is just going to be some final advice for how to best balance out this energy between you guys, which looks really great, honestly. It seems like both you guys have come really far. And you're coming into a really harmonious time where you can really build something of long-lasting substantiation. Now, if you're not with anybody and you have been on the self-love journey, you're gonna... Ooh, I'm getting the chills. Ooh, okay. You're gonna meet someone that's like the match, okay? You're gonna understand, like, why you had to go on such a deep self-love journey, because you have to love yourself to the depths of your own ocean before you can let somebody else drink in your waters, because you have to know how deep your ocean goes. And I think your person has been on a similar journey. Slightly different, but similar. Okay, what do we need to know? Final advice for pile 1. Okay, so we've got partnership. That came out as a keyword. And this is a question. Why do you think open dialogue is crucial when facing doubts or uncertainties within our relationship? And what are your thoughts on how we can maintain honest communication? Yeah, how can you have clear communication that's also heartfelt? Okay, if you're not partnered up with someone, make sure that you've got this as a quality between you two. You'll know that if that's your person. And if you can't have a conversation with the person of whom you're supposed to spend the rest of your life with, what are you going to have in your older age? You know, like, I understand, yes, we're not always all young for forever. But in the end, when your beauty fades and your bodies give out on you and you have nothing left but the ability to stare at someone and speak with them, can you have conversation with them? Do you have that clear connection? Do you have that emotional connection? Okay. Generational wealth. Is it somebody who you can build generation after generation with? Is it somebody who balances out your anxiety and your need for love? Is it somebody who's also seen the struggle you've been through or been through similar struggles to where you guys are well yoked? Because that's sometimes important. Okay, and then we've got 2 other ones popping out here: faith and spirituality, and gratitude and appreciation. Faith and spirituality. How do we approach challenges and conflicts with a this says Christian perspective, seeking guidance from biblical principles. But if that's not your style, what I'm actually picking up on is, how do we approach challenges and conflicts with a balanced perspective? Because that's a lot of what's coming into play here. Okay, make sure your person has that. You can approach things level-headed and balanced. Okay, gratitude and appreciation. Reflect on the blessing and moments of grace we've experienced together that inspire deep gratitude within us. So, yeah, you know, when you have made it from the maiden and the mother, and you're on your way to your crone, and you're reflecting back on all of this stuff that happened on your property, what memories will you cherish? What memories can you cherish that you have already been through with this person? What are you grateful for? Because sometimes we forget that, especially with long-term relationships, if this is someone who you've been with for a while. So anyways, I hope this helps pile 1. If you are drawn to any of the other piles, please feel free to hop over there. If you guys are interested in any of my decks, you can check out my link tree. I'll put it in the description box below. And yeah, please like, subscribe, all that good stuff. If this helped you, let me know in the comments if you are comfortable doing so. Certainly no obligations over here, but I genuinely hope that this helped. It seems like I just honestly want to say that whoever it is that I'm speaking to right now, that I'm tapping into, I feel like you've really been on such a self-love journey. And I want you to know that your journey so far has prepared you for this. And it's prepared your person for this. So whether you've been on this journey with this person, you guys are either ready for the next level, and your daily actions that you commit to every day is going to show you and your person how you guys feel about each other, what it is that you're building long term. But if you haven't met anybody yet, there's somebody that's going to be coming around that they also have a deep capacity for love and compassion, and they've done a lot of emotional healing just like you. You guys are going to be equally yoked. And I think that that's amazing, because sometimes it's very difficult to have relationships with people who don't understand your journey, who haven't been through similar struggles, or more importantly, haven't done, this card over here that just says work is just hanging out over here. Okay, work, like the people who haven't done the inner work. It's like, it's so hard to build something with someone when it's so hard to build something with someone when it is, sorry, we've got some channeled messages coming out here. Okay. It's so hard to build a legacy with someone and a long-lasting, long-term commitment when one person is doing all of the work. And a lot of, like, mostly I want to talk about inner work, you know, like generationally you're healing this and you're healing this and you're healing this. You want to make sure that your person's able to do that so you can show up for that younger generation better. And it's like really being emphasized. Like, what imprint are you leaving, like, on your children, okay? The inner work. You've done a lot of the inner work. And then what's coming out here is to show off your skills. Show off all of this healing that you've done, because that inner polished that you've done is what's going to attract this person to you, or deepen it on the level that you need to. And what was showing out here? Okay, there's one I saw. It was give more time to your hobbies. Where did it go? Maybe it popped out somewhere else. Anyways, God, synergy, moon. Strange. Okay, I saw a card that says right here. Give more time to your hobbies, okay? So your work, you're going to give more time to your hobbies. And I feel like that this is going to lead you to your person, okay? And maybe getting out in nature. Maybe you'll meet your person in nature. Maybe you have a hobby that's to do with some sort of natural-based something. And the reason why you had to go on such a self-love journey is so you learn not to get used, homie, okay? If it's not a hell yes, it's a hell no. If there's like someone you're like, oh, well, I kind of like them and they kind of meet all these things, but, you know, there's an indifference. Where's the fucking indifference card? Right here, sorry. Indifference. If there's an indifference, okay, there's not much of a spark. If it's not a hell yes, it's a hell no, okay? Also, give more time to your hobbies to get yourself out of a dark place. You might be coming out of a dark place. And be mindful of those who live in a glass house. Everybody lives in a glass house, but you know the ones that I'm talking about that you can so plainly, clearly see that they don't practice what they preach. And you fucking do. You fucking do. Whoever I'm talking to, you practice what you preach. Okay? You've done the inner work. You've gotten yourself out of dark places by focusing on your hobbies and your love and your compassion and your emotional healing. So if somebody hasn't, maybe they're a test and you need to keep it moving. Everything is in perfect timing, but you have to make sure that it's your synergy. There's a partner out there that is equally yoked. Okay, so if you don't have them, focus on your hobbies. You're gonna find them. Maybe through work. Maybe you find them through work. Okay, cat and the moon. Oh, I love this. It's hidden. It's supposed to be a surprise. Anyways, yeah, okay, that's great. I wasn't expecting that channeled message at the end, so you're welcome, pile number 1. I hope that helps you just so much, and yeah, I hope you have a great day. Welcome in pile 2 to your reading. I'm just going to get a shuffle for you guys, and we're going to pull the energy for you, the energy for your person, and the energy between you guys. We are going to be using, this deck. Let me introduce you to your pile. The psychedelic, not the psychedelic jack-o'-lantern, that was pile 1. Our stained glass Halloween Kitty Tarot. So if you're drawn to this deck or the sodalite crystal or the keywords improved intuition, communication, and emotional stability. Okay, this is going to be a not so lovey-dovey love reading, and we're just going to get a quick check-in and see what comes out here. I'm going to go ahead and pull tarot for you guys first. Now, sodalite, this crystal, I actually find it very grounding. Very grounding, personally. Okay, what is your energy? What is your person's energy? And what is the energy between you? Pull one more. Oh, okay, perhaps there's more than one there. Okay, and we're also going to pull from my deck here. Fun fact, I actually made all of the decks that you saw in this video. If you're interested in any of them, you can check the description box. My link tree has my card printer set up here. Okay, what is your energy? Ooh, okay. What is your person's energy? It feels almost kind of chaotic. Like when I was first tapping in and I was shuffling, it felt really heavy. And now these like cards are just jumping everywhere, all of them. Okay, and then the energy between you guys. So this might be, maybe you need some grounding. Maybe this sodalite can be helpful for you to figure out some communication or to improve your intuition, to ground you, to stabilize you. Yeah, to stabilize you. I got root chakra, okay? Maybe you're not feeling so grounded because these affirmations say, I'm secure in my relationships and it's safe for me to be myself. I am comfortable with trusting that all of my needs are being consistently met beyond my expectations, but these cards did not come out. I just, in comparison to the last pile, I feel very ungrounded. I'm like, gee. So maybe you feel that way, okay? I've had absolutely no changes between now and then. I've sat in the same spot. It's the energy, my friend. It's the energy. So let's dive into it and let's see what you got going on here, okay? So your energy, we've got the Knight of Cups, and your chakra is actually the third eye chakra. Your affirmation, I see how to unlock my dream reality by intentionally practicing aligned visualizations. From here, I can see all of the details I need to uncover. This is the key. Honestly, your energy feels good. It seems like you kind of know what you want. You're using your intuition. You're able to tap in and see what it is that you want, enough to where you want to actually bring a love cup forward. You want to bring a love offer forward. Let's check your person. Their energy is showing up as the solar plexus chakra. So willpower, confidence. Their affirmation, I embody confidence in my ability to do the necessary work needed to bring abundance into my life. I have what it takes to create abundance. And we've got the Chariot card. So your person could be focused on work. Maybe that could be something that I am coming up like feeling here. And they're, because the Chariot's all about moving forward, going steadfast and having healthy direction though. Something about the Sphinxes, I can't quite recall off the top of my head, but you notice how they're two different colors, right? So it's like guiding both your intuition and your actions, and being able to pull your little chariot along, right? You have to be able to harness both of them at the same time and control them. So your person's very dedicated, and they've got a lot of willpower. They've got a lot of oomph, and they seem to know where they're going. Okay, what is the energy between you guys? I manifest abundance into my life by playing with my wants and desires. The more I enjoy life, the more abundance I create and receive. And then we had a lot. I remember the Fool in reverse popped out, but it felt incomplete, and I was actually directed to pull more cards. So this journey perhaps has already started. Maybe you guys are on a journey already, but you're at a point where you want to play with wants and desires, and they're like, I just want to get that bread, baby, you know, like you want to enjoy more of life, drink it in, and they've got passion and purpose. They're doing what they've got to do, and maybe there's not a lot of time for emotional connection. That is very possible. Because right here, we've got the Five of Wands, which can denote some sort of conflict, maybe even competition. The Empress, and then the Tower in the reverse. Now, the Tower in the reverse can be a missed Tower moment. And perhaps it is that you miss the Tower moment by putting yourself in receiving mode and just going with the flow. That's what you're being directed to do. Because whoever it is, this is. Okay, keep in mind that the energies can be transposed. I know I'm saying that this is you and this is your person, but if you feel that the other ones apply, then flip it that way, okay? It's not perfect. I'm reading the fucking room here, you know? Anyways. You've got to be able to go with the flow in order to avoid major collapses. Because if you put up a big fight on everything, if the ground is not stable, it will come crashing down, right? But emotional stability, if you're not emotionally stable, everything could come crashing down. But I really sense that you have this dream life in your head. Your person seems to have a lot of vision. So how are we able to join the two? Okay, let's pull for advice. The Page of Pentacles. You have to plant seeds. This is really giving me, with the communication, is you guys need to communicate shared goals. Yeah, the Ace of Swords. You need to speak your truth. They need to speak their truth. You guys need to get so clear on what seeds you're planting. Okay? If you, with your love and direction and vision and insight and their willpower and capabilities and ability to get it done, with you guys coming together, you can do a lot. This is like powerhouse stuff, but right now you're kind of not so sure. Yeah, okay. So, and it's like right now you kind of feel like you're just repeating the same cycle over and over again. Maybe perhaps the same cycle of like toxicity, being chained to I want to say I want to say being chained to structure, but I mean something different than that. Like societal, like programming, expectations, stuff outside of you guys, right? Maybe you guys are running around trying to complete everybody else's dreams but your guys's. I manifest abundance into my life by playing with my wants and desires. The more I enjoy life, the more abundance I create and receive. Are you guys enjoying your time, okay? Or are you just grinding away? I see how to unlock my dream reality by intentionally practicing aligned visualizations. From here, I can see all the details I need to uncover this. This is the key. So definitely meditate right now, because there's something in there. There's like a seed. And once you find that seed and you're able to communicate it to your person, and you guys can mutually work on it together, you guys are going to be able to create something that you're really going to enjoy. Yeah, like you're going to be able to create a whole empire, okay? Look at the bottoms of the deck. Oh my goodness. Okay, look, let me break this down. First off, emotional stability. You have to make sure that you are staying level-headed when the going gets tough. If you're out here fucking hot-headed it and, oh, did you see how I just flipped that back in reverse? If you're out here hot-heading it and this and huffing and puffing because nobody's drinking from your cup, because somebody's out here trying to build or whatever, put in the work, it's going to be so messy. You're just going to spill your cups, okay? The King of Cups in the reverse position is a emotionally immature masculine energy, right? Emotional stability is what you want. So when you're feeling emotional, you need to use your intuition and how you can positively communicate that to your Queen of Cups, your divine counterpart, who she's like, nothing's going to get past her. Okay. So just tell her what's up anyways. She's got one foot in the water. She already knows the emotional world. She knows what you're going to say before you say it. So come at her correct. Okay. If it's a guy, you know, same thing. There's no gender in tarot. Okay. She's very emotionally tapped in. So you have to come real with it. I'm honestly getting that this is like the masculine in the situation and this is the feminine. So whoever this is, I want to say she's got a lot of drive and you want to offer her all of this stuff, but she's busy working on her goals, man. And if you're acting emotionally immature and you're not supporting her and building up her empire, she's going to have none of that. Okay. But if you are able to sit back in the receiving mode and just kind of go with the flow. And I maybe you're a little bit younger than me. I'm hearing like what the kids say, let her cook, let him cook, whatever. Like, you're going to see something miraculous, okay? You make sure that whatever key it is that you have to do, whatever seed it is that you have to work on, you're putting in the work. And there's going to be a celebration that's coming in from it. You and your person are both able to work on mutual goals is really what I'm picking up. And it's going to be very healing in this situation. And it's going to bring in the ultimate emotional fulfillment. I mean, look, we've got the King and Queen of Cups, divine counterparts here. We also had the Empress and the Emperor. This is like kingdom spouse vibes, right? Long-term stability, emotional stability. But you got to be able to communicate with your person. And in a clear, concrete, very clear, concise way, where you guys can take these pragmatic actions using your intuition to harness in that dream life. Okay. This visualization that you're doing with your third eye, with your aligned visualization, you need to align it here. You need to align it here in your healing, in your, you know, this is the age of Aquarius too. So, which is the time of which we now live in. This is your dream. This is your ultimate fulfillment. This is you. This is your person. These are your guys' kids, your farm, your river, okay, your mountains, your trees, whatever it is. If that's not your style, then it's your penthouse. You know, if it doesn't apply, let it fly. But that's what your emotional visualizations need to be about, and it's really going to bring you into union with your person. If you haven't met them yet, know that putting in the work on yourself and your emotional stability and working on your side, you putting in that work on your own healing, it's going to align you to this person. This person's driven, baby. I want to get one more for your person. I just feel so called. Maybe, yeah, they've had a long journey too. Okay, they're not so driven because like they didn't get there overnight. Okay, they have had a long journey, and you respect them for it. Yeah, like I'm like picking that up. Like it's like almost like you're like in awe. Let me see. Yeah, and maybe you're a little bit confused. Maybe your person's a little bit confused, or you think that there's confusion, or you think that that person has a lot of options, and they do. They do. So that's why you have to act correct, you know? Because I feel like this person's a no-nonsense person. At least that's what I'm getting. I mean, no-nonsense type of person, right? Like, if you're trying to come to someone who has their emotional world figured out, they've been on a long journey, they've been through it, and just the chariot energy is very, very willpower, very confident. Like they know where they're going. They know exactly where it is that they're going. And if you're there to complicate things and, you know, throw petty little emotional nonsense their way, they don't have time for that. So you are working on sorting out all your situation and how you're bringing this cup forward. How are you presenting it? Okay, let me see. The King of Pentacles. Yeah, your person is focused on building something very stable. And I feel like they do want somebody there with them to build something stable. They want this very much too. This is the joined stuff in between the middle. They want this too. You guys have mutual goals. You know? Make sure that you're putting in that self-work to show up as the best version of yourself, though. If you truly love and honor this person so much, why would you subject them to unnecessary stuff? So it's not to say that you can't love someone until you're healed, but you also need to take accountability for your own baggage. Okay? Everybody carries their own suitcase. Because this person doesn't have time to carry everybody else's suitcases. They're very busy. They're like, I just get that. I want to pull something that if your person, like their feelings towards you, I'm getting, or like if they could say something to you, what would it be? Just hang on. Ace of Wands in the reverse and the Page of Cups. They love you, they do. They do have feelings, they do have emotion, but sometimes they lack showing a lot of passion. And where does that... And I was going to say, where does that leave you? And it's the Ace of Cups. Maybe you like somebody who's a little bit more dejected. Maybe there's like a little bit of a push-pull dynamic here. And sometimes that does happen. Like I said, I do feel that this is kind of more of a feminine energy. And, you know, to keep it real with you as a woman, the Empresses, right? Okay. When we pull back, we tend to receive more. And you like that. You want to pour into this person. And you don't want them to over pour into you. I'm kind of getting, yeah, and this one's in the reverse. You don't want, okay, you don't want your person to over pour into you. You want to pour into them. You love them. You just want to adorn them. And I love that. It feels very, like you like love them like goddess. You want to like worship them type stuff. Not like in like a weird way, but just like give them all of your love. I'm hearing all of my love, all of my love to you. What is that? Led Zeppelin? Yeah, like you're passionate for this person. And this person, it's like they give you like just a little bit of enough, and it's like almost like they're like teasing it. They're like teasing you. Yeah, and they're able to balance it out in a way that it's like they're not coming at you hot and heavy, and that's exactly what you want, because you love someone who values themselves. And this person values themselves. Maybe you haven't been with someone who values themselves in such a way where, because I mean, there's a lot of even matches here. We had the Emperor, the Empress, and the King and Queen of Cups. So perhaps it's somebody who you view as worthy of you pouring into. And they know they're worthy too. And that's like, turns you on. Like, that's really doing your thing. They're like, oh, shit, baby, you know your worth? Like, I can't pull the wool over your eyes? Damn, okay. Really makes you look at somebody different. You know, not to like say that you're like that, but some people are, especially in your younger dating years versus, you know, as you grow up and stuff. Or if you are, you know, like a moderately good-looking person or whatever, and you haven't really dealt with rejection a whole bunch, and this person might have kind of like rejected you a little bit, like, oh, I'm sorry, I have more important things to do today. I can't just sit around waiting for your phone calls all day. I got passions and hobbies and places to be and go, and you like someone with such drive behind them. You're like so attracted to that. You're, ooh, I'm like getting flustered. This is interesting energy, guys. Maybe I'm not as bad as at love readings as I think. This is saucy. Okay. What's some final advice? Here before I get too wild on YouTube? Vision. Look, the Two of Wands. Hold your vision. I'm picking up on something very very beckoning of holding your vision. If you're holding your vision of what it would be like with this person, maybe you haven't actually been with them before, or maybe you have and you really like desire it. Let's pull from these like Christian couples deck. Let's see what wants to come out here. Communication and connection. What strategies or actions can we implement to create a safe and judgment-free space for both of us to express our vulnerabilities openly? Ooh, okay. I'm picking up on like like in the bedroom, okay? Are you picking up what I'm putting down? Okay, we also have love and romance. Share your favorite love story, whether from literature, film, real life, or what you admire about it. So connect through on those little innocent levels first, and it's going to really build the groundwork for this like big bang that you're trying to build up to, you know? Yeah. Definitely there's potential here. There's potential here, baby, for sure. Hot potential. But with that being said, okay, so it's like crown. It's like you want to crown this person and you're willing to fight for them. You're willing to fight this battle, okay? And you're able to be perceived enough where, you know, you're willing to put in that practice to avoid these complicating tower moments because you want to build a strong foundation with this person, and I love that. Yeah, anyways, it's like you're willing to, you want to crown this person, you're willing to fight for them, you're willing to put in those battles. It's really somebody who you can see aligning with your families and your values, right? Yeah. And then this Judgment card fell over your person's pile. So if they haven't already, perhaps they'll be waking up to it soon. Anyways, I hope this helps so much, pile number 2. If you are drawn to any of the other piles, feel free to hop on over to there now. If not, this is where I leave you, and I hope you have such a great day. If this has helped you, please like, subscribe to my channel if you haven't, and leave me a comment if you feel comfortable with it. You know who this person is? You don't have to tell me if you don't feel comfortable with it. Oh my goodness, look at the bottom of the deck. King of Cups, which was you, with the 8 of Wands. So it's whatever it is, it's like you feel like coming in hot and heavy with this connection. Your person is very driven, very focused. They may be waking up to it soon, but you know, really focus on that visualization, holding the vision and checking yourself, checking that you've got that emotional stability, showing up as that person who you want to be seen as, and not just showing up as it, doing the work to actually get there, which is harnessing in your intuition, grounding yourself into your emotional stability and how you communicate what it is that you pick up on with your intuition, right? Above all things, the battle is mostly from within. You're being encouraged to expand and elevate yourself. This is going to bring in a bonus that perhaps it is that you don't see. And a thank you goes a long way. So remember having general common courtesy, to know that, you know, some people, they are very focused and they are very driven. And if that's something that you admire about them, show up in an equally yoked way, because that will get you further than anything, I think. Not that you have to be like your person, because everybody's different. And a lot of the times our lovers, our spouses, we actually end up with very different patterns with people. You know, they say opposites attract. So I'm not saying that at all. I'm just saying, like, if you're a person who is really into like self-improvement, your person's probably also into self-improvement, right? Whatever it is, there is something that is equally harmonious between you guys once you get in on that shared vision. But you have to be able to communicate that intuition to your person and see whether it is aligned or it's not aligned. If this is not your person yet, I feel that this is someone who you very much so wish to be your person, that you admire them so much. With the Knight of Cups and the King of Cups, you're being, and the underlying energy of the King of Cups and the 8 of Swords, you're being encouraged to actually like move forward with your offer. Like I'm saying, you know, a thank you goes a long way. Okay. Maybe it's that cute girl at Starbucks, you know, have you told her that you liked her yet? Okay. Sometimes you need to speak up, because your person might be so busy, they might not even know. Okay. They might not even notice, but with that Judgment card coming out at the end, like maybe you just need to bring it to their attention. Like, hey, what's up, baby? I like you, you know? And then they're like, oh, well, who's he? Who's she? Whatever, you know, like, so keep that in mind, because everybody has a different focus and vision right now. So if yours is slightly different than your person's, you might not be aware of it, and you think that maybe they don't see you because maybe you haven't shown yourself. Okay? Let me just get one more closing thing. Delay. Yeah, what's the delay? Is the delay on your side? How deep does the rabbit hole go? That's on you. That's on you to find out. What's the delay? Why are you delaying? Get to the root of it. Sit with it. And then go out and take action and put in that work to go out and get it as what you want. Anyways, happy Valentine's Day. I hope this helped. Welcome in pile 3. If this is your pile, you chose the Mini Ghost Tarot, which is a really fun deck. Don't mind the condition of it. It is just... My toddlers got to it and they half ripped it up a little bit and they've warped it and it got all wet, and you know what? The fucking finish on it's amazing. It actually really held up. And you picked the Black Obsidian. Oh, with our keywords, sorry. Improved Intuition. Nope, that's the wrong one. That is the wrong sticky note. Hang on. Malfunction. Ooh, my ear just ringed when I said that. Maybe you feel like there's a malfunction. Protection, grounding, and emotional release. Ooh, my ear rings so bad. It was so long. At malfunction. Are you feeling this way, perhaps? Malfunctional deck. I don't actually use this deck very often. I love it so much. I actually really like to keep it in my car. Which I should have done, but alas, it's really tiny and my babies love to play with it. It's okay, I made this deck, and I can just order a new one. I will order a new one soon, I just haven't. Speaking of which, if you are interested in any of the decks that you see in this video, I actually made all of them myself. So I am going to be pulling from the Mini Ghost Tarot. We're going to be pulling for your energy, your person's energy, and the energy between you guys. And I'm also going to pull from my latest and favoriteest deck, Healing the Chakras, which actually allows me to get great energy reads. So cozy into your pile. Let's find out what's up. Do you feel like something's malfunctional? Do you feel a need for protection, grounding, or emotional release? Have you been going through something thick and sticky, maybe? If you have, I send a lot of love out to you. Happy Valentine's Day. We've certainly all been there. I get it. I really do. I really, really do. Okay. I am here to help you navigate through whatever it is that you need for this emotional release. Protection, grounding. Okay. Just hopping in here. I actually feel like getting a keyword from the get-go. Habits. And integration. We also have journaling. And look harder. Okay, so with your emotional release, what's going to help you integrate it is to get into the habit of journaling. This is going to get you into the habit of being able to look harder or integrating out your emotions, okay? Once you're able to see what it is, education is protection, okay? Being informed is being comfortable, right? If you have all of these thoughts and emotions in your head and you don't know what they mean, you don't know how to integrate them, you don't know what to do about them, and you're just thinking and thinking and thinking, write it all down and then read it. And then it'll tell you like, oh, hey, that's actually what I meant. Then once you can name it, you don't have to worry about it so much. You're able to release it, and that protects you from it. And then it's able to ground you into your emotions on what it is you're truly feeling, because you can see it for what it is. Okay? All right, somebody needed to hear that. All the other piles got channeled messages at the end. Yours came in at the beginning. Very interesting. Okay, let's get into your energy. Okay, you've got 2. Let's get into your person's energy. They've also got 2, but of the same chakra. This little mini deck is going to be so messy. This reading actually looks like it's going to get messy. It's always the number 3s that get deep into it, eh? Okay, what's the energy between you guys? Oh, okay. All right, this tarot deck is so hard to shuffle too because she's so tiny. That's okay. Okay. La da 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 da. Da 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 da. Da da. Da 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 da. Okay, beautiful. Let me just get one shuffle for you. I have to be sparingly on my shuffles for these ones. Okay. What's your energy? Okay. And what's your person's energy? Ooh, okay. And what is the energy between you guys? 3 things. I find it interesting that your person's energy is the same major arcana that popped out for pile 2. So, that might be relevant to you. Maybe pile 2 will resonate. Maybe, maybe not. Doesn't have to. Let's get into it though, okay? Let me just get a sip of something here. Here's your reminder that when you are emotional releasing and purging, it's so important to drink water because it will help flush it out. I know it's not just like on your body level, but emotionally too, okay? Make sure you're keeping so hydrated. I think it's funny that you picked the Black Obsidian because you see I've been wearing it for a while now. I've been working with it, this stone, and it's been so helpful for me in releasing some really stuck, tough, emotional gunk that I've been going through. So if you do work with it, I encourage you to. Sometimes it can be a rough stone to work with. It will really, really have you looking at stuff that you don't want to look at. But it's all so you can release it and integrate it. And it's so fucking beautiful when you do, okay? I encourage you that if you work with it and it's the first time you have worked with it, hold the stone and just meditate with it, okay? And then journal it after. Okay, let's get into your not so lovey-dovey love reading. Okay. Sorry, the energy feels thick. Let's hope it gets so like lovey and saucy. Or not, you know, whatever. I guess it depends what stage you're at in your life, and that's totally fine. Your 2 chakras that came out is your sacral chakra and your crown chakra. This tells me that you're really tapped in with your creation energy and your source energy, okay? Which is just beautiful, okay? I manifest abundance into my life by playing with my wants and desires. The more I enjoy life, the more abundance I create and receive. That was actually the conjoining energy of pile 2. Pile number 2. It was the energy between you guys. So if you do slightly work hard to that pile, it really might resonate. I know all of the answers I need are already inside me. I quiet my mind to receive divine insight and guidance. Okay. Yeah, so the more that you're actually having fun, the more that you're going in the flow, the more that you're actually able to bring in this integration of any sort of new habits that you're wanting to bring in. And you're in tune with your higher self, your higher spirit. You know what it is that you want because you can tap right in and you trust that inner guidance, and I love that for you. Oh my goodness, dude, seriously, go watch pile number 2. This was the advice at the end. That new deck, everything, right? Okay, the 2 of Wands, it's all about your vision. Holding your vision. You see he's got, I know this card is so tiny. Look at it compared to the normal tarot. I love it. Okay, anyways. Look at it. Okay, you see that he's got the whole world in his hands? Focusing in on that. Just holding in, and wands are all about creation, right? And it's like this one is your earthly creation and this one's your source creation is what I'm picking up on. It's like you're visionizing the 2. Fuck, I love that. Okay, All right, your person's energy. They are both third eye chakra. Their affirmations. I see that clarity comes to me easily when I take the time to pause and watch the vision within. This helps me get clear on what I need to focus on. I see and recognize that my strong inner sight is the key I need to manifest anything. My directed sight can envision my projected forecast. I control my visualizations accordingly. Boom. I love that. I love that that's the affirmation that came out for this one, because when I wrote this affirmation, I was thinking about the Chariot card. Seriously though, because the Chariot card represents the directed sight and being able to control it. It's like your directed sight, your projected forecast, melding through the two, and taking the action towards it, right? Love this, okay? I love this so much. All right, what is the energy between you two? I love being open to giving and receiving love freely and without any expectations. Oh. Right, okay. So the Seven of Pentacles is... The Seven of Pentacles is like looking at everything you've cultivated so far, and you're kind of taking a break. You're almost done building that seventh pentacle. You've been working for a while, and you're kind of looking away. Like, fuck, is there a better way? And here we actually have heartbreak, or healing, and moving on to calmer waters. So... This could explain the heavy energy I was feeling. There could be like a breakup. I don't even really want to say that, but I love being open to giving and receiving love freely and without any expectations. Are you only building love because you want somebody to be there with you, or would you love them knowing that they could leave you tomorrow? Okay, because that's a real thing. Daddy was a rolling stone. Whoa. He rolled away one day and he never came home. Maybe somebody has abandonment issues. Why's that song coming up? Okay. I nurture patience while my seeds of creation come into fruition, and I joyfully await my creations to breathe new life. Your advice is to focus on the vision of what it is that you want, but you've got something here to integrate. Now your person, or the person on your mind, they've got some inner sight to them, okay? They have got some inner sight to them. They know where they're going. They have so much direct insight. It's like, again, with the Chariot card, you know, the stars right here represents, I almost want to say like ancestral starseed type knowledge, but it's like the cosmos, the collective consciousness. They're tapped in right here, and they're able to direct their action to this and this and that. But the energy between you guys is heartbreak, moving on, wondering if it's all for naught, and being able to give love open and freely and not expect anything back in return. Maybe that's the hurdle. Maybe one of you expects love back in return, which is fair. Okay, it's a fair expectation that if you give love, you expect somebody to love you back in return. But sometimes that's not always how it works, okay? Sometimes there's unrequited love. Sometimes people grow apart. I don't know, whatever. It's, I think, different in every situation, but there's something here that you need to look harder at. There's an emotional release that needs to happen. Who's not having the emotional release? Is it you? Is it them? Is there a realization? Can we get some clarification on this emotional release? Maybe there's stuff unsaid. That's so much that came out. Okay. This little deck is tricky. Let's dive into it though. The moon. Yeah, there's something unsaid. There's something that's like hidden, yet to be revealed. It's big though. And we've got the Justice card in the reverse, the Hermit card in the reverse, and the Strength card upright. It's like when this comes out, it's gonna bring something out of its shell and almost like it's something that's like off balance, and you're being encouraged to be strong through this. Okay, let's see here. Yeah, and to rest. Okay, and to we've got the Death card. It's like, I'm just hearing, this is gonna sound so silly, and I'm so sorry if this sounds insensitive. You know that that movie, The Lorax, and there's like that guy who sells the oxygen, oh air, and at the very end they're like, yeah, let all the trees grow, and they're like, you know, hippie and holding hands, and then at the end he's like, let it die, let it shrivel up and die. That's just what popped in my head, and I'm so sorry if that sounds so insensitive, but it's like, ooh, I don't know what this is. Okay, listen, I do want to say this. I do want to say this because I don't want you to get the two twisted. Because there's so many similarities with pile number 2 to pile number 3, you may very well resonate with both piles. However, they may be different people or different aspects of the relationship. Okay? Maybe one of them is the person who you're going towards. Maybe one of them is a person that you're releasing, because whatever this is really thick energy. And I didn't quite get that on the first one, but I picked up a little bit of it at the beginning. So there could be some like overlying stuff. Maybe you are very well dealing with a nasty situation and something that is very bright, something that you're like really like admiring and going towards. You're admiring something, you're going towards something. Okay, I'm gonna stop comparing the two piles now. I felt really guided to say that because I don't want to confuse anybody, right? Maybe you don't want to be confused. Maybe you are confused. Are you confused, friend? Okay, give us some advice. Now listen, I want you to know that when it is something to where you are going through a rebirth process and you're releasing stuff, you're releasing old versions of yourself is what it could be very well too, right? You need someone who will love all versions of you. You need someone who will love all versions of you in your rawest, truth self, right? And you need to also have that love for yourself. Okay. Sorry, there's a lot of like distractions. It's hard to channel in with them. I have a whole house full. Maybe you have a lot of distractions around you. Okay. Maybe you have a lot of noise that's making it hard for you to have this emotional release that you need. I think like once you have this emotional release, there's going to be a realization that brings all of this energy between you guys to accumulation, I want to say. Okay, Jenna, let's get some advice for these two lovebirds here. Ace of Cups, the High Priestess, and the Nine of Pentacles. So you are really being encouraged to use your intuition to build yourself up into self-sufficiency. enough to where your cup is so poured into, you're able to pour into others. That's your advice, okay? The Empress, yeah. And you need to sit back into receiving mode. Be open to giving love. Be open to receiving love without any expectations. You can give it out. You don't expect that it'll come back to you. You give it out because you want to. Because you have so much, okay? You're able to pour into others. But only after you are fully sitting on your throne, poured into yourself. Because you will put yourself here. Okay, I just want to get one more for advice. Let's see what comes out right here. This card. The Three of Pentacles. Don't be afraid to rely on community when you need them. I have a feather that's like over in my corner over there that's like really poking out to me. And feathers to me always represent divine insight. Also, what's coming up is like shamanism and stuff like that. That can really help you with the integration. A medicine man, woman, meditations, stuff like that could be really helpful for you to have this emotional release. Maybe you just need to sit around and play with the drum for a little bit, okay? Cry it out. But rely on like your community. Reach out if you need to, but also know that the divine is your community. I'm being guided to pull from my angel answers thing and one last tarot. So one last tarot is the Ace of Wands. It actually came out in the reverse position. So I'm being encouraged to tell you not to think with your phallus, if you don't know what that is. Listen, if you are only attracted to someone because they are attractive and they get all of your bodily stuff where it is, then that's not your person. You need to make sure that you're matching up with people on a mental level and not just a physical level, okay? That's very important and being emphasized here, not to lustfully go after connections, because that's not, it's not going to last you. Because what happens if, you know, in the long run, what happens when the lust runs out, right? And for some people, sure, it never does, but when you're 80 years old and your body doesn't work anymore, that's something to consider, you know? You need to make sure that you're building yourself up to where you're self-sufficient. You're using your intuition to guide yourself. You know how you want to be poured into. You can sit back and you can receive to where you're able to pour into others, where you know you don't have to get it back. It doesn't matter. Baby, I'm giving to you because I want to give to you. I don't expect anything back because I have all of my stuff handled. And you're going to have a person that, perhaps you're going to have a person that comes into your life that is very driven, that is very able to follow their vision, and they're very able to alchemize. I honestly think that maybe you haven't even met this person yet because there's habits that you haven't started yet. There's stuff that you haven't integrated out of your shadow to align you. Okay, let's see what your angels have to say about it. Let me just get some help here. Ask for help from others, okay? That's so funny. I wanted to grab the angel deck because of the feather. Ask for help for others. Let's read out of the guidebook. Do I? Oh, I do have it. I almost never read out of this guidebook, but I think it's alphabetically placed, I'm thinking. It's not necessary to do everything on your own. Your angels are asking you to reach out to those around you for assistance. By allowing others to lend a hand, you greatly increase your chances for success, and your plans will begin to move forward. The help you receive may also include important information provided by knowledgeable individuals. The stress of doing too much can create both physical and emotional health challenges for you. Surround yourself with loving friends and family who are willing to and able to lighten your load, and you'll begin to feel much better. Okay, let's get one more from you. Advice from your angels. Choose a new direction. Yeah, and I really feel like you're so being guided to, look, move on to calmer waters, choose better habits, make sure that you're putting in that work that you need to release your old baggage, okay? You're not your past. You can always choose a new direction. You can reinvent yourself overnight if you want to, all the time. And you don't ever have to stop, okay? Always choose the higher path, the path that's going to lead you to the highest excitement. No, sorry, I'm misinterpreting that. If you're ever in question about which path to choose, always choose the path of highest excitement. I've got my Abraham Hicks deck over here, and if you know anything about Abraham Hicks, that's like, choose the path of least resistance, not just least resistance. Which one fucking lights you up the most, right? Okay. Choose a new direction. The time has come to choose a new direction for your life. The circumstances that you find yourself living in may seem unfulfilling, or perhaps your heart is full of discontent. You know that there is something more out in the world for you. And you've been procrastinating, following the guidance of your angels. Make a conscious choice to be the person you are meant to be. Create an action plan for yourself that leads you in the direction of your divine life purpose. Begin taking steps immediately towards a happier future. Yeah. Okay. Okay, I just want to pull one from my chakra deck for advice for you. Because I don't know, I feel like your heart is like hurting this Valentine's Day. And I'm sorry if it is. I'm sorry, so sorry. That's so much. I love and accept myself for who I am, and I offer compassion, support, and forgiveness for myself and others while embracing this healing journey. Yeah, really harnessing in and just forgiving yourself for how much you've been through. Okay, maybe you need to journal about that. Maybe you need to journal about your past so you can integrate it. Like, hey, you know, if you have a love interest in particular that you're dealing with, maybe you need to sit back and reflect on how that journey was. But I think you should go back even deeper than that. And you should ask for help for others. So if you have like a trusted guidance counselor or forgiveness, oh my goodness, look, grief counselor, I don't know, stuff like that is really coming up. If you have somebody like a professional you can talk to, of course, absolutely go there. If not, please reach out to your friends, your family members, your community members. If you have any supportive groups on like social media, forums, you know, whatever it is, your spirit guides, your spirit team, your angels want you to very much know that they are here for you. You can just talk to them. But yourself, okay? You always have yourself, and the most important relationship you have is with yourself. So know that you don't have to judge yourself. You can forgive yourself. You can be 100% honest with yourself. And there's nothing to be ashamed about or anything on your journey. Okay, you only know what you knew in those moments, and what matters most is that you're like learning your lessons. Are you doing better? Are you showing up better? That's what really matters the most, right? But definitely forgive yourself for anything that you need to release. Okay, maybe a release ritual would be very, very helpful. I recommend journaling everything down that you wish to release, and you can either burn it, you can rip it up into a whole bunch of tiny little pieces and send it off into the wind. You can, you know, let it disintegrate in water and flush it down the toilet, whatever it is that you want to do. It doesn't really matter how you do it, but you can write it down and then release it. You can just throw it in your trash. You don't have to, you know, destroy it in any way. I find that sometimes helps with the alchemization process though, right? And then I want you to make a list of habits that you want to do. Are they aligning with your goals? Okay. Release the worry. Maybe that's what you need to release more than everything, is just worrying about everything, okay? And then we also have legal system and privacy. So take that with a grain of salt, obviously. But we also have protection around here too. So if there is anything that you need to get dialed in legally, then make sure you're doing that, okay? And there will be an overwhelming amount of gratitude. Yeah. Okay. Hunger and soul retrieve. It says revival, but I meant to write retrieval. So maybe you're going to have some sort of soul revival after this. Overwhelming amount of gratitude, okay? You're being encouraged to focus on where you're spending your time and to focus on your breath. Yeah. Can we just get for some advice for this channeled message at the end here? Don't stop. It's something you've already started. If you need help, ask for help, okay? You might be going through something. The world needs what you have to offer, okay? Don't stop. The world needs what you have to offer. But maybe you're like making something and you need to put legal protections around it. This is really getting less lovey-dovey. And I'm so sorry. This is supposed to be a love reading. Can we get some advice for love? Romance. Wait. Oh, and compromise. Improving health. Shit. Okay. Here's our advice for love. Listen, for your romance that you're wanting to come in, you're encouraged to wait and to focus on improving your health and working on, compromising. Make sure that you're fully dialed in. Anything you got to take care of on your side, that's what you are working on. You're leaving your baggage behind. You are collaborating with others where you need to. You're building better habits. You are journaling. You're releasing all of this crap. And you're putting yourself into a position to meet this person with this great vision. That's really what I sense. That's really what I have for you, Pile 3. If this has helped you, please let me know. Let me know in the comments. Like, subscribe, all that good stuff. If you feel comfortable enough, you can absolutely let me know in the comments. If you don't, I totally get it. It's absolutely fine. But I do hope that this helped. I really do. Yeah, Knight of Swords and the Queen of Cups. Your intuition is it's coming in hot and heavy right now. Just get out of your head about it and trust your intuition. You're really on point, okay? I think it's like you're just, we got the World card in the reverse over here. It's like you're just closing out some cycles right now. And it's like you're closing out cycles, you're sharpening up skills, you're honing in on your work, and you're being strategic in what it is that you need to do. And I think that that's great, Yeah, trust the process. Trust the process. Anyways, if you're interested in any of my decks or following me on social media or any of that jazz, check the description box. My link tree's there and all of my stuff is linked. Anyways, if not, I hope you have a happy Valentine's Day. I love everybody so much. And yeah, I hope this helped. Bye.